Good morning, everyone. I had my mic on mute. I knew I did, and I couldn't get my finger back there to turn it on fast enough to 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 start the show. But good morning, happy New Year to everyone. First off, let me go ahead and do the ritual that I do every morning. Before every stream, I'm going to like myself on YouTube. I'm going to share it to the Twixverse. Um, that I am live. Let me put the Twitch link in there also. I can type it in my sleep, and that makes me nervous because then I'm afraid I'm going to type in the wrong thing, which I've done before. So there we go. We've let the world know um, that I'm live. And let's check. Let's close this now. Let's check Twitch. YouTube looks good. Let's watch Twitch here and see how it looks. It's looking good. We got Atwood over on the Twitch side, by the way. Hello. Hello. And Corey's on the YouTube side. Good morning to you. Um, let's see. I was going to do a poll today. Let's see. Let's start a poll. This will see how honest people are about New Year's resolutions. I make them and keep them. I couldn't spell. I make them and forget in a week. And I don't make any. And another one is what could the fourth one be? I make resolutions and keep them. I make them and forget them in a week. I don't make any. And I make goals throughout. I make goals throughout the year. So there we go. We got a poll on the YouTube side about resolutions, New Year's resolutions. I make them and I keep them. I make them and forget about them. I don't make them and I make goals throughout the year. So that is our poll for today. And let's see who we have here. We have Corey Cochran. Good morning to you. Bright and chipper this New Year. Happy New Year 2024. When I do my birthdays, I'm too lazy to do the math to figure out how old they are. So I ask my telephone. And yesterday, I was doing the ones for today, and I kept saying 2023 instead of 2024. And I'm like, no, their birthday is actually in 2024, a new year. So, yes, a new year, new hopes, new can just start everything over. We have Atwood on the Twitch side. What's up? What's up? Not much. Um, we have Baymax. I was going to say Bay Bear. I knew it wasn't Baymax, and we have hype. Happy New Year, hype and dancing, and we have Bucky over on Twitch. Also, good morning and happy New Year. Deadman better be sleeping now. I woke him up this morning. I needed him to do something for me, but I think he is back in bed. I do. And Atwood jumped over to the YouTube side for a little bit and said, "What's up?" and Happy New Year. And you make resolutions and the results may vary. Well, maybe it's just a word for me. I think this is I make goals throughout the year. Resolutions, I think it's just the I don't know. It's just the thing. And, Dad Man is up, at least he's, on his phone, and he says, "Morning, missus, have a great stream." I plan to. Last night was so fun. I just was, and he also said good morning to the, Twitch side, um, but yes, I, uh I had such a fun time on Death Man Stream last night. It was a blast. Got to, welcome in the new year in our neck of the woods, which is the East Coast, Eastern Time, and, with, some friends that were, on the in the chat and on the panel. It was a blast. So, I forgot I gotta send one more set of, links out to my family. They're probably all asleep, but I'm gonna do it anyway just to annoy them, because that's what family does, is we annoy each other sometimes, don't we? So I'm gonna copy that link and let me, go ahead and, share that with the family. Let's find out. Here's one here, and we'll type Happy New Year. And we'll do a little bit of balloons and blah, and then we'll paste that. And then I'm going to cut it so I can easily put it to the next person. So there we go. Got a happy new year to them with fireworks in the background. Wow. They're going to love me when they get that this morning. And then also to where is what I have my I gotta find my I have a whole group text that I send to my family. There it is. So we'll post that here and we'll do that. Oh, yay, we get the fireworks again. Okay, so they get all that's been done. So there we go. So I can monitor the chat on this channel. To do this, you actually need like all these monitors because you have to monitor the, the I see the chat in my StreamYards, but there also is, it's a little behind, and if something happens, you can't, what's the word? You can't do anything really on Twitch about it. So, I mean, on StreamYards. So, I've got everything set up. I got my YouTube channels. I got my Twitch channel. I got my section that has my slides. You got to become like a tech guru here or something here to get everything that you need done. But have to look. Why did that do that? I'm trying to make this full screen and it keeps being a silly Billy. There we go. So, trying to get it added to that. But yeah, you have to almost become like a security guard. Kind of. It's like crazy all the monitors you have and you have to watch and look and check and uh, but I think if Masters was here, I don't think he will be because he was up late last night. He would be get OBS and you won't have any problem at all. So I will be I'm looking into that. And we have let's get this where it needs to be. Whoops, crap. Oh my gosh. Ah, okay, there. Ah, I can breathe. Okay. Hello, B from O. Hello and happy new year to you. And hello, Subi720, happy new year to you. I hope you both are having a wonderful, wonderful start of your new year. Um, so yes, I know. I am going to work on getting OBS. I actually looked into it and started watching some videos um, about it. But it's the new year. A new fresh start. Yesterday, there was a day they celebrated, it was called Unlucky Day, and I thought it was such a weird name, and basically, it was very positive. It was, saying that even if you had, some bad spells, bad seasons, bad months, maybe the whole year wasn't the best year for you, you can take and not forget it, but put it behind you and start and look forward and start fresh and with a positive attitude. And to remember that even if you have bad days, months, or even a bad year, that your whole life isn't bad. And to look forward. And I just love that. And that's kind of been my philosophy. I had some really our family had just some really bad stuff happen about, oh my gosh, has it been a year and a half, 2 years? I'm so bad with time. It and it really threw our whole family for a loop, and we could have just sat there and not moved forward, but we all chose to move forward, and is that it's always gonna be it will always be there, but we can look forward and strive to have a better future, looking forward what we're doing. So that's my goal this year. Um, it's what kind of why I started this channel, so that we could have positiveness every morning. Um, that even if we're having hard times, this is a little hour, hour and a half of refuge that you can have. So I hope I'm succeeding in that. I'm trying anyway. But yes, Happy New Year, a new start, a new day, and a new outlook of just positive, um, looking forward. I have a lot of plans for this channel. I'm hoping to implement a couple of them this year. I don't know if I can do all of them. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting. Um, so let's see. Let's look and see how our poll is doing. Um, Oops, did my poll go away? Is it not there anymore? Oh no. Oh no, there it is. Oh, let's see what so far is I make them and forget them in a week, and I don't make any is 50-50 with 4 votes. Very good. If you're on the Twitch side and want to vote, you can just let me know. Let's see. I think there was one. Bucky was I make goals throughout the year. So that's me. That's me. I think it's less overwhelming. And I can because to me, when you make resolutions, it's like for the whole year, and that's just so much. I make like I have a goal, and my goal is to this my first goal is to add a new element to my stream this year. Um, and know what I'm gonna do. I just gotta implement it, and then I will do my next goal. I will think of what my next goal will be. And we have Ragnar Sebasong, Guten Morgen to you, and it says, "Good morning and happy New Year." Let me see. I'm gonna butcher it, but I'm gonna do my best. Guten Morgen und frohes neues Jahr. Guten Morgen und frohes neues Jahr. I apologize, but happy New Year to you, Ragnar. Thank you so much for being here today. We have a poll that's on the YouTube side, and if you want to participate in it, it is about New Year's resolutions, goals that you set at the beginning of the year, and we have 3 choices. We have make, I make them and I keep them, We have I make them and I forget about them after a week. Then there's I don't make any. And then there's I make goals throughout the year. Oh, yay! I said it right. Yay! I'm getting better. I'm you know what it is? I'm not getting as nervous, saying it because when I get nervous, that's when I get tongue-tied. Um, but yes. Oh, and the 4th one is I make goals throughout year. So, we have one I make goals from Bucky. Um, very good. Let me get that. I got my notepad. Let me put that over there. So our poll going pretty well there. We have, let's see, we have 6 people watching. Have how many likes do we have? Ooh, don't make any is in the lead right now. We have 6 people watching and 6 likes. Yay, it's even. Oh, that makes me happy. And on the Twitch side, we have 4 people watching. Thank you guys very, very much. Yes, yes. I am learning more English from you, and you are learning more and more German from us. Absolutely. I'm kind of afraid you learning English from me. Uh, I'm from the South, and we have some phrases sometimes and and things that the whole world don't necessarily know about. But I'll I'm so happy that that can happen. And yes, I actually go over to um your guys' channels over sometimes, and I just listen, and I think sometimes that helps because even though I don't know what you're saying, I'm kind of learning the cadence and just kind of subconsciously getting the way certain things are pronounced and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, Corey's already failed his goals for today of not going out of the house. He's got to go out this afternoon. I'm so sorry. My goal is let's what did I say? I saw someone posted something. Their goals was not to is was to not take over the world. Well, so far I've succeeded in that one. To not eat more than 10 creme brulees in a week. I think I think I can do that one. Um, to wake up every morning. I hope I can do that one. So, yes, they were goals that were easy to attain, to keep. Well, it is 18 minutes past the hour. We're a bit almost in our show for, now it's been 19 minutes. It's 9:18 in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States, and we are gonna celebrate the New Year babies this year. And I'm gonna tell you, there was a lot of them. So I had to kind of, um pare it down because, um, I have a show at noon, a build at noon, and so I need to, um, not be here till noon so I can start the other one. Let's see. Let's see. I already fell oh, wait, you already said that one? It took a big 1.5 hours to fill it. That's so funny. And Bucky's goal today is to do a few chores and do some tatting later. Yes, my goal is to, after the build, is to clean up the kitchen from last night and, to take a nap. Oh, yeah, your daughter's birthday was last Saturday and your hubby's is tomorrow. I feel so bad for them so close to Christmas and New Year. You know what some people do is, if they're close like that, or if they're even on the days, they let them pick a birthday that's, like, 6 months later that they could have their celebration. So with friends and stuff so that it's not overshadowed by everything. I think that was neat. There's one person's their birthday was in on Christmas, and they celebrated their birthday on June 25th so that they could not, nobody's hardly anybody's available on Christmas Day for some reason. I don't know, this whole family thing or something. Um, tatting, and when you said you were doing tatting, I think that is so beautiful. I actually bought some of the shuttles and, some of the, thread that you need to use, the, fiber, but, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. So, on that note, I think we're gonna start our birthdays, so we can get going and get done because there's a lot of birthdays. There's a lot of celebrations. I agree with you with that. It says, "We went out and did a family day trip for daughter's birthday, and for hubby, we're going out to dinner together. We don't make a huge deal of birthdays. It gets so stressful so fast and takes all the fun out." Yes. Yes. I will tell you, you wanna know we did for our kids one year. Their birthdays are 8 days apart. Um, 3 years in birth, but 8 days apart, every year. And so we one year did a birthday with them together, which I normally don't do, uh, because they're individuals, but we went to Chuck E. Cheese. And I tell you, that was the best birthday ever because I literally showed up with the kids. The people came, who came, who didn't, I didn't care. And they did the food, they did the cake, they did everything. And the kids got to go into this big wind tunnel thing and try to collect um, game tickets. It was so fun. They got a little medal. I actually still have one of their little medals for their birthday. But I didn't care. I told my husband, I said, "I don't care how much this costs." I said, "We're gonna do this year. We're just gonna have everybody come over and we're gonna have fun." And it was a blast. It was really a blast. Of course, that was 15 years ago, but, I don't know how well Chuck E. Cheese is now, but it was fun then. And we have Squeaka, happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. Don't forget to vote in our poll. So here are our birthdays for this year. We start off January 1st. Yes, and Vern Troyer is our very first recipient. He was born in 1969. He died in 2018 at 49 years old. He was best known for playing Mini-Me in the Austin Powers films. He was a stunt double for the infant character Baby Bink in the John Hughes' film Baby's Day Out. He also played Grip Hook in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. He was a stunt double in Dustin Check In, Jingle All the Way, Men in Black, and My Giant. And he played a character named Percy in Terry Gilliam's fantasy film, The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. So, Vern Troyer. And let's see, you have your list. I do that, and it all comes out wrong. I have my list of my big goals. There, I corrected it for you. It's okay. I do that also. Finger's not working this morning. Yeah, it's early. It's early for a lot of people. Um, I'm surprised I have 8 people here this morning. If I could have slept in, I woulda. But I did get to bed fairly decently. I got to bed at, 2 o was about 1 a little bit after 1 o'clock this morning. Um, so not too bad. Our next birthday recipient is George Washington Carver. Now, I got to tell you something very interesting about his name. He did not have a middle name. So he was in a town and there was another George Carver. And so to just stop there being um, any confusion, he put a W. So it was George W. Carver. Well, somebody came up to him and said, "Oh, does W stand for Washington?" And he goes, "Might as well," basically. So he became George Washington Carver, but he never, ever, ever used the word name Washington. Whenever you see any of his signatures, it's George W. Carver. So I think it's so interesting that we know him by his. If I said George W. Carver, people might not immediately know who it is, but if I say George Washington Carver, they immediately know who it is. So, but I thought that was an interesting story. And he was born into slavery, and after slavery, the former owner raised him and his brother, and I think there was one other person as their own children, and encouraged George to pursue education. He was a professor at the Tuskegee Institute. He developed techniques to improve types of soil that were depleted by plantings of cotton, and that was the concept of crop rotation. You plant cotton in this field this year, you move it to another field, you plant another plant. It was peanuts to enrich the soil again, and you rotated so that your soil would not be um, depleted of all its nutrients. He promoted environmentalism. And I was gonna list all the recognitions and stuff, but he had so many recognitions and so many institutions named after him that I couldn't. So a very, very a very, very lot, that makes sense. A large amount of uh, recognitions for George Washington Carver. Um, 79 years old was when he passed away in 1943. And Squeakus said they had the fire department out this morning. It was a long night. Was it to you? Well, you have to go into detail. Was it you or around? But that would make a very long night. A very long night. I hope you and yours are safe uh, uh, after all that. Our next person is Ichiro Oda. Ichiro Oda is creator of the series One Piece. Oh, he's 49 years old, by the way. Creator of the series One Piece. It has more than 523.2 million copies in circulation worldwide. It's the best-selling manga in history and the best-selling comic series printed in volume. And that makes Oda one of the best-selling fiction authors. And he was named one of the manga artists that changed the history of manga. And also, I think on Netflix, um, is it Netflix that has the live action One Piece series that I heard was pretty good? I don't have Netflix, so I don't know. And we have, yay, Oda! Yes, and we have Snorta Poopus. Hello, humans and the other critters. Hello to you. Hello to you. So, welcome, welcome. I like that picture that I found of him because I think if I just did a picture of him, nobody would know who he very few I should rephrase it. Very few people would know who he was. But having um, the One Piece artwork behind him, I think helps you know who he is. Our next person is Paul Revere. He was a silversmith. He was American, a silversmith, an engraver. I love it. A folk hero, an early industrialist and a Sons of Liberty member and patriot. Well, a patriot on this side of the ocean, a traitor on the other side of the ocean. Yes, he is lurking. He is laying in bed. I don't he might go back to sleep. Um, oh, is today one of his many characters' birthdays? Well, that I think that is so appropriate. I would if I you're talking about, let me go back so that we don't get that confused. Yeah, one today is one of his many characters' birthdays. Um, I, I would do that. If I had a Mongo or a thing with a but I would put all these little things in that, nobody might necessarily know about except me. Um, and the character was, oh, let me see, was Portcus DAs, one of your favorite characters. I have not gotten involved in One Piece because it is so massive and it's intimidating. And I what I need to do is look and find. A lot of times they tell you if you're just starting what to read because sometimes a lot of them have filler. They have filler in them. And if you're just trying to catch up or I don't know how you could ever catch up with that, I'd have to read for years, but they tell you what to read and what to skip for the time being so that you get the gist of the story, but, yes. So Paul Revere, "Listen, my children, and you shall hear the" I can't remember it. Was that by, Longfellow? Who wrote The Midnight Ride of Paul Revere? Henry Wordsworth Longfellow? Was that who wrote it? But he is best known for his midnight ride to alert the colonial militia in April 1775 to the approach of British forces before the battles of Lexington and Concord. At the age of 41, he helped organize an intelligence and alarm system to keep watch on the British military. Following the war, Revere returned to his silversmith trade. He used the profits from his expanding business to finance his work in iron casting, bronze bell and cannon casting, and forging copper bolts and spikes. Interesting. In 1800, he became the first American to successfully roll copper into sheets for use as sheathing on naval vessels. I was right. It was Henry. What is it? Henry. Oh gosh, now I can't. Yes, Henry Wordsworth Longfellow? Yes. We always used to joke whenever anybody said a rhyme, um, by accident, like while they're talking, we'd always used to say, "You're a poet and you don't even know it, but your feet do because they're Longfellow." Yes, we were silly. You really enjoy the filler? You started, a couple months ago and have been watching casually, but I like that there's so much more because I'm not worried about running out of show to watch while I craft for a while. I'm around 250 episodes in. Now, do you watch the dub version or the um, subbed version? Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, yes. We used to have a deck of cards called authors, and it would have the authors, and you try and the books, and you try to get the books. This makes sets of them to win. So I don't remember a lot of them, but he is one I watch. You watch the dub, yes, too much going on otherwise. I understand that. I do understand that. Um, so Excellent. So Paul Revere, 83 years old when he passed away in 1818. He was born in 1735. Now I did these all mixed up from my list, so I don't know who's going to be next. Oh, Frank Langella. He's an American actor born in 1938. I don't have any idea how old he is because I didn't write it down. Hey Siri, 2024 minus 1938. 2024 minus 86 years old. Is 86. Oops, I just dropped my pen. But we'll just do another color here. I got these cool pens. They're called Mr. Pen, and they're not that expensive. And I got a whole pack of a bunch of different colors, thin tips to write with. And what's really neat is each pen comes with a little mustache sticker. So you can put mustaches on things. There's my pen. I really like them. So Frank Langella, 86 years old. He's known for his roles on stage and screen. And he actually, even though he did film work, he always made the stage the focal point of his career. And because of that, he frequently appeared in Broadway. He's won 4 Tony Awards, a Drama Desk Award, and a Screen Actors Guild Award. I liked the Langella Dracula movie, but it's not as well known as the others. Yes, I think I've seen it. I think I have seen it. Um, but he did um, a, a lot of movies. He played Nixon in Frost and Nixon. He was in Dracula, as Snortopupus has pointed out. He played Skeletor in Masters of the Universe. He was in, let's see if there's anything here. Um, Noah. There was a movie, Noah. He was in that movie. Captain Fantastic. And he was in a couple TV series, The Americans and Kidding. 86 years old today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Now, I wish Hungry Boy was here for this one. Haruo Nakajima. He died at 88 years old. He was born in 1929. He died August 7th, 2017. He was a Japanese actor and stuntman. And I don't know if you could tell by the picture what he did. I tried to put that in there as a hint. He was a pioneer of suit acting. He is best known for playing Godzilla in the 12 consecutive films, starting with the original Godzilla until Godzilla versus Gaijin. I just thought that was so neat. And he also played various other kaiju in Toho Takasatsu's films, including Rodan, Mothra, and The War of the Gargantuas. And he also appeared in a minor role in Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. So, happy birthday! I think that's so cool because I've just watched the Godzilla. I got to say it the way Godzilla um, -1, and of course it didn't have someone in a suit, but I love it, and I did not realize that I thought it was a bunch of different actors, but for the first 12, it was one actor that did it, and it was Hiro Haruo Nakajima. So, happy birthday, that's so cool. And Elizabeth Adami. Now, I put this in because these were a set of books She is the author of a set of books that my children loved. And the books are called Geronimo Stilton, and he is a mouse reporter. And she wrote these books, and he went on a lot of adventures. She is the daughter of a publisher, Piero Dami, and at the age of 13, she started out in the publishing world as a proofreader for the family business, and at 19, she wrote her first short story. She got her aircraft pilot and parachutist license at the age of 20. Somewhat of an adventurer. 23 she traveled around the world on her own, and she completed the famous, survival course at the Outbound School in Maine. Yes, a nice friend for Squeaka, a mouse. They're very neat books. I really, really enjoyed them. As an adult, I enjoyed them. And other adventures that she did included taking part in a rally in the Sahara Desert and crossing Africa from north to south in an off-road vehicle. She raced the 100-kilometer Sahara Ultramarathon and ran 3 New York marathons in 2002, 2003, and 2017. She discovered that she was unable to have children, so she began volunteering at a children's hospital. During that time, she decided to write adventure stories that featured a mouse called Geronimo Stilton as a protagonist. And Geronimo Stilton's stories have been translated into 49 languages and have sold more than 180 million copies all over the world. And today, Elisabetta Dami is 66 years old. Happy birthday. And thank you for Geronimo Stilton. They're wonderful books. Yes. Yes. And I say the books are wonderful. The books are wonderful. I I I like them. Our next person is Jerry Robinson. He's known for his work on the DC Comics Batman line of comics during the 1940s. He's best known as the co-creator of Robin and the Joker, even though there's a little bit of controversy about the Joker. In 1939, he was discovered by Batman co-creator Bob Kane, who hired him to work on the fledgling comic as an inker and letterer, and he moved up the ranks. In 1950s, um, 19 I'm sorry, in 1950s, he started drawing cover illustrations for Playbill and tried his hand at um, political sketches. Yes, yes, I think that Elisa let me put that up. I think that Elisabetta, um, put her adventures um, into the books. But yes, quite, and at such a young age, very, very fascinating. Uh, so Robinson was also president of the National Cartoonist Society for 67 to 69. He was served a 2-year term as president of the Association of American Editorial Cartoonists in 1973. And one thing that he was really known for is that he was a crucial supporter of Jerry Siegel and John Schuster in their long struggle with DC to win full recognition and compensation as creators of Superman. They were not getting paid fairly for what they did and what they created, um, which is a big thing in uh, a lot of the industries like that, manga, comic books, a lot of that. And in December of 1975, DC granted lifetime stipends and a credit in all broadcast and published Superman works, which is only fair. They're making billions of dollars off of Superman, and they won't even support those and compensate those who created it. But he was part of that battle to help them get fairly compensated. And in 1978, he founded Cartoon Arts International, which as of 2010 has more than 550 artists from over 75 countries. He also created an original manga in 1999, and it was inducted into the Comic Book Hall of Fame in 2004. Very cool. I was 89 years old when he passed away. And our last person is Yun Wu-ping. Yang Wo-ping. He was born in 1945. And wait, I didn't put this. I just totally shirked on the whole birthday thing here. Hey Siri, 2023 minus 1945. He's 78 years old. He's 78 years old. He is a Hong Kong martial arts choreographer and film director. Yes, it is true. What little I know and have heard, I a lot of it I've heard from the manga side, but yes, um, or the working conditions are so horrible for the artists that don't necessarily create something, but just the work. It's the dirty side of the industry that a lot of people don't know about, the dark side. Um, but Yun Wo-ping was a Hong Kong martial arts choreographer and film director. He worked in Hong Kong action cinema and later in Hollywood films. He was the go-to name in martial arts choreography, trying to say that word, ever since he helped launch Jackie Chan's career with his first two comedies, Snake in the Eagle Shadow and Drunken Master. He's also directed Sammy Hung, Yun Biao, Donnie Yen, Jet Li, Michelle Yeoh, and Stephen Chow. So a lot of big name martial artists there. He came over to the United States and choreographed the scenes in The Matrix, in both Kill Bill movies, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. He also choreographed the fight scenes of Jet Li and Jackie Chan in the film that they were in together called The Forbidden Kingdom. And one of the inductees in the Avenue of Stars in Hong Kong. Whoops. Oh, no. That's why I have to be careful. It pops. I didn't even say Siri and it popped it up. But yes, he a very, very well-known and sought after martial arts choreographer. So happy birthday. 78 years old today. So those are our birthdays for today, I believe. Let's do this. And let's go forward one more to see. Yes. So happy birthday. We had so many other birthdays. We had, let's see, Ice Spice, an American rapper. We didn't do John Smith, an explorer. Um, Betsy Ross's birthday is today. I think that might be, yep, those are the ones I did not put in today. Yes, helping those action heroes look good. Well, he talked about, I was reading, I read a lot of stuff, and they were talking about, how has digital, editing helped with the martial arts scenes. And he said it really has how has it changed the choreography? And he said it really didn't change anything except it made it safer because when they did all that wire work, they'd be suspended from wires and doing all those crazy kicks and everything. In the past, when they didn't have the digital editing where they couldn't edit it out, they had to try to use the thinnest wires possible so you wouldn't see them. And consequently, sometimes those wires broke. Now they can use thicker, they're not wires anymore. They can use rope or a cable to do those stunts, and they can be edited out. So it's become much safer to do the same stuff that they did before, um, but safer because they can use thicker cables to hold the people up. So I thought that was very interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know if I put that up after you said it, but yes, he helped those action heroes look good. I'm used to I have to learn to put it up because put the chat on the screen because when I do my builds, I don't put the chats up. I just talk about them. So it is 9:51 in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States. I have a stream at noon, so we are going to jump right into the memes. Well, it's New Year's Day. Everybody has been out celebrating on New Year's Eve. So you guessed it. Today, one of our celebrations is National Hangover Day. And so I'm doing some memes to celebrate Hangover Day. And the first one is, I don't need another drink, said not me last night, and suffering today. Suffering today. Absolutely. Mm-mm-mm. Not sure if I'm hungover or dying. That's an awful feeling. An awful feeling. And I think most people that would appreciate these memes are probably still in bed. But I thought I would show them anyway. So if they get up and decide to watch the repeat of this show, they will see these memes here for them. Let's see, what is our next one here? It's not a hangover. It's the wine flu. Snortapoopus, one of your cousins, had a party last night. That is one of the worst photoshoppings I've ever seen, but I think it's funny. I have wine flu. Could you imagine calling work and telling them that? Hopefully they wouldn't mishear it. Uh, but yeah. Oh goodness. I represent that remark. We would say, I resemble that remark. I resemble that remark. I protest. I resemble that remark. Can't get a hangover if you're never sober. That's a scary one. None of these do I recommend for anyone. This is bad. Don't do this. Very bad. Yeah, if someone could tell me what I did last night, that'd be great. I did that once. I was up in New York for school. We had a school trip in college, in college, and we went out in the evening, a bunch of my classmates, and I at that time drank rum and coke. And usually, when you make rum and Coke, you have a little bit of rum and a lot of Coke because, they wanna make money. Well, I'm just gonna say the bartender was very heavy-handed on the rum that night, and I can remember the moment that I stopped remembering everything, and I woke up the next morning, and truly my first words were, "Did I do anything to embarrass myself?" And after that, I never drank rum and Cokes again. I stopped drinking for a while after that because that was scary. I mean, here I am in a city that's not even my own, and I don't remember what I did that night. Thankfully, I was with friends that, were there to keep me safe, so I don't recommend this either. This is a big no-no. Do not do this either. It's scary the next morning. You had too many nights like that in college? Yeah, I did I it w well, if yeah, I think yeah, it's just yeah, not a good thing. It's kinda scary when you wake up. You hope you had good friends with you the night before. But yes, I don't know if I have another meme here or not. Oh, nope, I do not. That's all my memes today. So, um, yeah, I don't recommend you, duplicating those memes. Don't do them. Not good. Not good for your health. Oh my gosh. When you wake up in the middle of a party and have to check to see if you're still wearing your clothes. That's bad. That's bad. Um, very, very bad. So we have 8 people watching. Let's see. We have 3 people on YouTube and we have let me find it. We have 4 people. So we have 7 people now watching. Thank you guys very much. Let's check out the poll that we're doing here on the YouTube side. Let's see. Ooh, I don't make any is number 1. I make them and forget in a week is number 2. And I make goals throughout the year is number 3. I make them and keep them is 4 with 0 votes. I think it's too stressful. Um, I think resolutions are just too stressful. Maybe it's the word. Oh, well, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. Good luck on your tatting later today. Um, love to see a picture. So, yes, it's January 1st. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Squeaky. You didn't always have the best friends. That makes it a little rough. That makes it a little rough. Yeah, I think that's kinda what I do is I make goals. I do have goals, throughout for the year. I have, streaming goals, I have personal goals, um, but resolutions, they just I don't know, kinda too stressful for me. I would have been a good friend. I would have tucked you in a nice comfy box with a slice of cheddar and some water. Lots of water. Keep yourself from getting a hangover. Oh, yes. So because, um, I have a stream at noon, I am going to go ahead and start our, celebrations today. Now, there were 13 celebrations, and I did not do them all. Of course, they have New Year's Day, which is, it's the new year. Let's do the best we can. So, our first celebration on January 1st, we're going to talk about the Mummers Parade. It takes place every year in Philadelphia, and it's a crazy event that takes over the streets of Southern Philadelphia and celebrates the incredible, diverse, and cultural rich history of the U.S. Thousands of people from the local communities take part. It's a celebration of dance, music, and costumes, and serves as a fantastical start to the new year and what's to come. And it's over. I don't remember if it was 125 or 150. It's been around for a long time. So the Mummers Parade in Philadelphia. Our next one is Banished Words Day. Now, we talked about this some on the stream last night, but the Lake Superior State University publishes a list of banished words. Um, and they say, this is according to their website, as the new year inspires us to look ahead to the future, it also gives us time to reflect on the past. Lake Superior State University, or LSSU, proudly unveils this year's banished word list, a lively tradition that began in 1976. This tradition highlights certain words that are often misused, overused, or have lost their meaning over the past year. It encourages us to laugh at ourselves as we consider and reflect on the importance of our vocabulary. Language is a dynamic and ever evolving entity. The banished word list recognizes the rapid changes in expressions, encourages us to reassess the impact and re- relevance of our vocabulary. We think you will find this year's submissions truly cringeworthy. And Lake Superior State University slays once again with their 2024 banished words list. This season is marked by various joyful traditions, and the banished word list remains one of the most iconic, humorous, and quirky traditions in the region, expressed Sheridan Worth, who's director of marketing at LSSU. The tradition takes a light-hearted opportunity to pause and reflect on the past year, our experiences, communication styles, and the phrases we commonly use. At the end of the day, it serves as a platform for considering how we can progress into the new year with a more mindful approach to language. Okie dokie. And snorter poop is just makes up words as neat as rump trumpet is my favorite. I like that word too. So here is a list of the words. They had over 2,000 nominations, and they're from all over the world: Australia, Bangladesh, Belgium, Canada, China, Croatia, Germany, Guam, Ireland, Lebanon, Namibia, New Zealand, Pakistan, Singapore, Switzerland, Thailand, Uganda, Ukraine, United Kingdom, and the majority coming from the United States. So here is a list of the terms and why they should be banished. Hack, HACK. The term hack has increasingly become a popular buzzword, frequently utilized to impart an aura of innovation or sophistication to various subjects. Its widespread adoption into multiple contexts, extending beyond its initial technical context, has the potential to lessen its inherent significance. Everything becomes a hack. You have a hair hack, you have a clothes hack, you have a game hack, you have a writing hack. Everything becomes a hack. It doesn't mean anything anymore. It just becomes annoying to hear the word. And impact, use as a verb. Why use it when we have a perfectly good word that makes more sense? Effect. Overusing it not only takes away its pizzazz, but also robs other words of their spotlight. Aw, poor effect doesn't get used because people say the impact. The impact of see, I sometimes think impact, I don't agree with that one. Do you think that that is a word that we should not use as a verb? And they also say At the end of the day, it's overused and meaningless. It lacks nuance and depth. And Riz, derived as a shortened form of the word charisma. It just was overused. It just is annoying. Slay, they slayed this. Uh, and it's just, like I said, just become overused, and it no longer has any significance because people use it so much. The word iconic. It also was in 2009. It's overuse and lack of meaning. Iconic should be um, something worthy of distinction, worthy of being separated, but it's used so much that it means nothing now. And cringeworthy, just because it is cringeworthy. I don't know. What else would you say? If, something makes you cringe, maybe just say, "That makes me cringe." The word obsessed is overused. Uh, I'm a I'm obsessed. People are obsessed with anything, and I think they use the word when they say, "I like it." Instead of saying, "Well, I like this," they become obsessed. "I'm obsessed with this pencil. I'm obsessed with this new can opener." No, you like it. Oh, more unique or most unique. Yes. And that makes no sense. You're unique. Unique as an individual. Someone can't be more. Yeah. That is a word that is. Yes, people do confuse affect and effect, and I do all the time, and I have to look it up to make sure I use the right spelling. And we have Lisa. Good morning, Lisa. We're just now finishing the banished word list, so you didn't have to go. You don't have to go through hearing it again. But we're almost done. And we have the word side hustle, which we talked about this last night, and it sounds it kind of diminishes the like the second job and why you need it. It sounds more like uh oh, what was the word we used? What was the word we used last night? Um, like a con artist would use it. They'd hustle you. It just sounds. And instead, we thought we liked the word side gig, or even why not side job? Your extra job. It just kind of sounds grifter. Yes, like you're grifting. Uh, so we agree with that one. And then the last one. Okay, everybody, wait for it. Okay, just wait for it. That's that's the last one, the phrase "wait for it." It is so it's so annoying. They're hyping something up, um, and it just is it's like, "Stop. Don't do that. Just be quiet for a second, and we'll get excited. You don't have to tell us to wait. Just make us wait, and then we will get excited." So those are the banished words that they have today. So uh, pretty cool. I thought that was neat. I did not realize that they had a banished words list. So when I saw that, I went, "Oh, that's very interesting." I heard when they add words. Um, yes, Lisa is more uniquer than anybody else. She's the mostest, more uniquest. Exactly. And Lisa throws snorts some mushrooms. We got mushrooms going all over the place. And Lisa thinks she thinks snorts. I've been called special, but not in a good way. Just kidding. And Storm People says, "Bless your heart." Okie dokie. Our next day is Z Day. And Z Day is for all those people with a last name that starts with a Z, because no matter what, they always get called last. Because most people do the alphabet when they call people or do things. It is, um, everything starts with A. So today is the day to give those whose names begin with Z a bit of a break and allow them to go to the first of the line, get picked earlier, and stand in front instead of in back for a change. So happy Z Day. And yes, Lisa, I wonder if you knew about that. A Southern bless your heart does is not is not always a compliment. We're not always yes. Bless your heart. And when we say bless your little heart, we're even being more condescending. Sometimes I say someone, I say, I have to tell them, I said, no, I'm really serious. I do mean it. I'm not being snarky. Yes, it is not good. So all you Z's out there get to go in the front of the line today. Of course, everything's closed. There's no school. So it doesn't really matter. And we have Public Domain Day. It's when copyrighted works that have been around for a number of years will eventually enter the public domains, which means they become free access to the public. This typically happens on the first day of the subsequent year. And we were talking about Mickey Mouse, and I don't know, and it might be that not all iterations of Mickey Mouse. I just think it's time Mickey Mouse should be public domain. You're changing your name to Zordapoopus so you can be last in the phone book. How many people know what a phone book is anymore? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, we have 8 people watching. We have 4 people watching on YouTube with 6 likes. Thank you very much. Our poll is doing pretty good. I don't make any is in the lead at 50%. So we have 4 votes in there and 2 for actually we have 1 vote we need to add to I Make Go Throughout the Year from the Twitch side. So actually I don't make any. Let's see, that's 4. I Make Go Throughout the Year is 3 and I Make Them and Forget Them in a Week is 2. So um, first place is I don't make any resolutions. Okay, and yes, make your coffee. Yum. So public domain day. So yeah, I love it. Happy birthday recently came into the public domain. For a while there, it wasn't. And every time someone sang happy birthday, um, you'd get in trouble. That's why there were so many just made up songs about happy birthday. And then we have commitment day. Commitment Day is a day when you can show that special person in your life just how much they mean to you by committing in some way to them. Perhaps there's some activity you've been meaning to start or stop for a long while. This is your chance to do it. So it's not just making a commitment to other people, but also a commitment to goals that you've made or an activity you are attempting. You were committed once, but they let you out. Well, I'm glad they let you out, or at least they have given you computer privileges. Very good. I'm so glad you're free. And I believe we have one more which I still think people are insane for this, but people do it. The polar bear plunge. One for you, Snorterpoopus. Yes, people want to be like you, so they jump into ice water. That's insane. And I love that. What would be more fun than stripping down to your bathing suit, taking a few steps over the ice and ice covered ground, and hurling your body in freezing ice cold water? Well, I could think about a lot of things that would be more fun than that, but there are plenty of people who enjoy doing it. Yep, that's every day for you. That's every day for you. And yes, crazies. These people get together every year, sometimes for charity and sometimes for the challenge. But either way, thousands of people worldwide partake of this icy challenge. And a case of pneumonia. Having water repellent fur and layers of bubbles help. Yes, I don't understand people that um, want to do that. So we have some other celebrations which I did not talk about today because some of them are fairly obvious. We have New Year's Day. We have National Bloody Mary Day, which celebrates the Bloody Mary cocktail, which some say is a perfect hangover cure, which that's ironic because it contains alcohol. But yes, we have that. We have the Rose Bowl parade and the Rose Bowl game. They do it here. They jump in Lake Michigan. It's 27 degrees out. They're idiots. I'm sorry. They're just idiots. It's just not even, no. There's a lot of places also that they have, like at spas and places like that where you you get into cold water and then you jump out of the cold water and then you run into a sauna. I just I just think that would just make me sick, but that's something people do. There today is also Ellis. I am more than happy to help those people in the water. Mhm. Yep. We also have Ellis Island Day, which, celebrates Ellis Island. Um, of the history is very interesting, uh, about Ellis Island. I did not know before the 1800s, immigration was handled on a state level. It wasn't a federal thing. But because there was such a surge of immigration, in the 1800s, um, New York couldn't handle all the people coming in. So it was moved, to a federal process, and that's when they got the immigration center in Ellis Island. And it just some people call it can be called the Island of Hope for those that were allowed to, enter the country, but it was also known as the Island of Tears, as those were who were denied entry had to, go back to their home country. I went to I went to the Statue of Liberty, and they have an entire exhibit on that, and it was extremely interesting, and it was watching how they, they checked every immigrant, their health, they checked in their eyes, their mouth, everything. It just was I probably took 100 pictures of the exhibits there. Very fascinating. If you ever get a chance to go there and go to that museum, Very, very interesting. We also, through the memes, celebrated National Hangover Day, um, but it's also World Peace Day. Not only dedicated to ending the war, but bringing peace to people on Earth in a variety of ways. It could be as small as making peace with your family members or as big as making peace between nations. But yeah, World Peace Day. And one that I just was weigh in day. Uh, it says, because of all the holidays, we've probably all gained a little weight. Um, and to get back to that, weight that you wanted to be at, today is the day to start. So weigh yourself, see what you need to do, and get back to healthy eating, exercising, and losing that weight. So it is 1 hour and 21 minutes into the show, 10:21 in my neck of the woods, the East Coast of the United States. And Snortopoopas says he doesn't need to. He is a svelte 1,500 pounds. You are perfect the way you are. Perfect the way you are. Well, I have a stream at noon today and I am tired. So I want to take a little nap before for some reason I was up late last night. It was a blast. And I thank everyone who showed up at any time during Dadman's uh New Year's stream last night. I can't believe he did it as crazy as he did. The people that showed up, it was just lovely. And it was so neat that um, people that where the New Year was going to be celebrated, there were people that came on for that time. We had um, Wakas, oh, Wakasa, it's not Wakasabi's tea house. Waka, but anyway, oh, I can't get it. I don't remember the first name, but anyway, he came on. Wonderful to meet him. Subscribe to his channel. When the New Year was happening in Japan, had Hungry Boy when it was in Australia. Uh, Rolos or Masters for Germany and Austria, and then there was Mexico. He was also there because he's German, but he lives in Mexico, so he got to celebrate the German New Year's and the Mexican uh, time of New Year's. And the Mexican, oh my gosh, they celebrate New Year's. There was a lot of fireworks, a lot of gun shooting. It was loud. It was loud in Mexico. Heard it through the stream. But yes, and I'm sure that there were other people, but stunning for Canada, Lisa for Wisconsin. Uh, who else was there? Wakisagi's Wakisagi's Tea House. Thank you very much. Thank you. I knew I was saying it wrong, but yes. So it just, and I know I'm missing people because I wasn't there the whole 24 hours. But yes, so many people that he celebrated. It was very, very fun. And yeah, I'm so thankful that you guys all went over there. But I stayed up late. I did get my show done while I was on the stream, so that was good. But it is 10:24, and I'm going to start my shameless promotion so I can take a little nap before the show, the build today. So on that note, here we go. I didn't even change the stream to the slide to today, even though I had one. Today at 12 noon, I'm going to be building a parrot. This was picked by the chat in one of my streams last week. So it's a 3-in-1. It has a parrot, a frog, and a fish. And the parrot was the one they chose. So noon today, Eastern time. This is the build I will be doing at our block party. Also, I might do some impromptu streams during the week. I'm trying to work on my camera setup, seeing how I can get it where it is a better look, I saw Mark D with the C did it over his shoulder, and I'm trying to figure out how he did that, and made it work. So a lot of practice and stuff. So maybe some streams might be happening with that. Also, the show you're watching right now, Morning Musings with Mrs. Dadman Walking, is daily at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Uh, I'm kind of like the post office. Rain or shine, I'll be here unless I have a doctor's appointment or an emergency. But usually I'll be here. Usually I'll be here. 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Also, if you'd like to support me on Ko-fi, ko-fi.com, Mrs. DadmanWalking55. It's a site where you can make donations you can do a one-time or a monthly donation. I'm trying to make this channel self-sufficient. I have got monetized on Twitch, and so that is going well. But I would like to work on getting this no day off for an alien invasion. Well, it depends on where they're invading. If they're not invading my neck of the woods, then I'll continue to stream. If they're invading my neck of the woods, I will have to think twice. But yes, I'm trying to make this self-sufficient. The YouTube side is not monetized yet. That's one of my goals for this year. So we will see. But right now, I do have Ko-fi that can take that place. I also have a wish list, throne.com/Mrs. DadmanWalking55. It's a wish list. The name says what it is. Your privacy is kept intact. My privacy is kept intact. Um, so go over and look at it. It's kind of fun. And Lisa's off to conquer the conquer their corner of the world. Well, start my resolutions anyway. Well, good luck to that. Good luck, good luck. And you are so welcome. You are so welcome. Also, let's see, what do we have here? Yes, we have a gift from Atwood, this advent calendar, which did not make it for Christmas, but it will be built because I think it's friggin' cool and I have a place to display it. So when it comes in, it will be built. And also, I already have these two in the house, just waiting to get with Daisy Blossom and Liam so that we can build them with them around. My live streams and VODs are on YouTube and Twitch. YouTube at Mrs.DadmanWalking55, Twitch, Mrs. Dadman Walking. You can also see my streaming schedule and any impromptu streams on Twix at MDadmanWalking. Thank you, Castle, for that name. I love it. So I am going to, first off, let's go check the poll here and let's end it. We have, oh no, we don't have a tie. So I'm going to end it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The poll is now ended right at now. We have a winner at I don't make any resolutions at 50%. Actually, I make goals throughout the year is in second place because we have a vote on the Twitch side, and then I make goals and forget them is in third. I make them and keep them is 0%. So thank you guys for partaking in the poll, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, night, or evening. And you go take that. Oh, you take a I like the re-snooze. Yes, I'm going to take a re-snooze today. And as always, I want to say to remember for you. Let me get my words right. Boop, let's start over. I'll see you at noon Eastern Time. And remember to be kind, show love, and remember that you're not promised tomorrow. So go to bed each night with no regrets. And as always, I wish you peace. Bye, everybody. See you at noon.